In the final year of the primary years program, grade 6 students of SPH Lippo village displayed their project in the PYP exhibition. In this exhibition, students carried out their extended, in-depth, and collaborative project. First, students must choose a particular topic that they wanted to explore, and then created an action plan out of it. We could see a variety of topics centered on world issues such as plastic waste, endangered animal, and renewable energy. Some of them also made an invention like making a coffee-flavored juice.
I chose eating disorders because I think it's like a really hard thing to deal with, and people actually have eating disorders, and I feel like it's really hard to deal with it. And I saw like this video on YouTube on someone having an eating disorder, and I just got interested, and it was around the time where we were choosing topics for exhibition, so I just chose that topic.
Delving into this topic, I didn't know much. All I know was that I like dogs, but the more I learn, the more I realize how serious this problem is because of the dog meat trade, puppy mills. Like when you want to buy a dog, there are steps to buying it that would seem normal to you, like buying from a puppy mill. Those dogs, their parents are kept in small cubicles that are unsanitary and are not in good condition, and then the puppies, they're just separated from their parents, which can cause them to develop behavioral problems. And most of the time, at least 40% of the dogs that are even born die. They're not doing it for a good reason. Unlike puppy mills, shelters, they take care of the dogs, they keep them in a safe environment, and really, it's much better than a puppy mill. And rescue animals from shelters, they're actually very sweet because they've been rehabilitated, kept in a safe environment, and they've been cared for by humans, and so they've grown to love them.
With the full support of teachers, mentors, and parents, we believe that the PYP exhibition goes beyond academic success, and it shapes our students to become lifelong learners. Most importantly, we as a Christian school are preparing them to become leaders who can integrate their faith and action.
Take so much pleasure in seeing how we can integrate our Christian faith into our learning. One of the primary things that we look at is looking at all the variety of topics, how can they connect to our faith? So a lot of the things that we have asked the students is, what is God's intention for writing? What's God's intention for movie making, for transportation? And then what we do is see how has sin affected it. So they have to think, how has these things, because of sin, become tarnished? Well, because of Christ and a change of heart, how can we change things because of the hope Christ gives? How can we change society? How can we change our mindsets because of what He's done and begin part of the healing now until Christ comes again? And how we can, basically, it's not just at church, but it's in every walk of life. It's in every occupation that we can see and make change.
What they have learned and how they put things together, and then be able to discuss and not even just presenting it in a proper way, but also be able to answer our questions. And even in certain cases, I have kids to debate with me. There are some kids that are able to understand what we are talking about in the real business world and taking a good feedback. And I think these are all very critical skills in helping them to see how they can be the person that God wants them to be when they grow up.
The kids overall, they actually manage to be a critical thinker. They're able to find the problems to the topic. They can even come up with awesome solutions and very creative ones also. And they're very expert in that topic. I feel they're well versed and they remember everything that they've studied for the 8 weeks, and they're able to confidently share it out and even convince us to, join their cause or something like that. So I think it's really inspiring to see grade 6 doing this. And we've seen most of them from K2 growing up to now grade 6. I think it's a celebration, it's an achievement, and it's a sign that they have really grown as a person and be able to see things from multiple perspectives. So I think SPH did a great job on that. Yeah.